The next 45 minutes, I'd like to give you an overview on Process Live, ARIS in the Cloud, show you a few slides just to introduce the product, and then dive into a live demo showing how to improve a process using Process Live. At the end, as Jenny said, we will have a Q&A session. If we are not able to answer all questions because of time reasons, we will gather all questions and then get back to you after the webcast. Let's get started then. Cloud is a huge business. Cloud is in the business and IT discussion for a few years now, and it's getting bigger each year. Revenue and associated jobs will grow significantly, as you can see on that slide. Analysis done by Forrester. And of course, the market is so big because so many companies think about outsourcing or using the cloud for process applications, for process improvement initiatives, but also to manage processes in the cloud. Interesting discussion I'm seeing lately is really the question, what kind of processes should we manage in the cloud or run in the cloud? Should that be context processes like financing or HR, or should we also run core processes in the cloud? Well, firstly, you need to be able to answer that question, what is a core or context process for me, and then answering the question where you want to run the process. It's an interesting discussion, but I guess that would be a topic for another webinar. So stay tuned because we will set up a webcast like that in the next weeks. Not just business is heavily influenced by the cloud, also the consumer market. We see more and more consumers using the cloud for collaboration or storage or entertaining or productivity reasons. Today it's pretty normal to store pictures or even music in the cloud, or to even maintain a shopping list in the cloud. So also the consumer market is influenced heavily by the cloud. We are technology leader when it comes to integration, when it comes to business process management, when it comes to enterprise architecture management, and so forth. Obviously, cloud is impacting us and our business and our technology also heavily. This year at Innovation World in San Francisco in October, we launched 4 cloud products. Let me get my little laser pointer and hope you can see that. The first product is Process Live. As I said, ARIS in the Cloud, which can be used to design, improve, and share processes using cloud technology. Second product is Portfolios Live from Alphabet. So our friends from Alphabet launched that product with which you can maintain IT portfolios in the cloud. More information on Portfolios Live can be found under portfolioslive.com. Agile Labs Live is a product which we acquired together with a company called Longjump. With Agile Labs Live, we really enable our customers to develop process-driven applications in the cloud. Integration Live will be an integration product integrating different applications like Salesforce. In this webcast, we will focus on Process Live. There will be other webcasts focusing on the other 4 products soon. So stay updated on our Software AG Twitter handle or just on our website, where you can register for our newsletters. So why social improvement in the cloud? Well, many organizations out there need efficient end-to-end processes, not just to differentiate from the competition, but also to continuously improve business performance or to adapt a business model to changing market conditions. We see that need in each customer discussion we are having. So that problem or the challenge is out there for years, and it will still be out there in years because it's ongoing. What changed is the way how to tackle this challenge. Which tool are going to be used to get transparency when it comes to as-is processes, to improve them and to derive to-be processes. We see that customers today want to start improvement projects really fast, so there is no time to wait for long purchasing cycles. There is often no time for installation of technology, for intense training. Often projects should be started in a probably viral way in a department, and it should be done fast. Obviously, cloud technology is perfect for that because you just subscribe to it in the cloud and you can start right away to work with that technology. Another point we are seeing really often is that many organizations want to open process improvement to the masses, so to say. So they say it is not an expert discipline which is just being done by a chosen few. It should be open, well, let's say to the public to leverage the wisdom of the crowd. There are different opinions on that. So some organizations say we have a center of excellence, our BPM pros. They really define the standards. However, everybody in the organization should be enabled to suggest an improvement. And this is really a switch of thinking. There's often one-way road of process improvement. A few define a standard or define a to-be process and roll it out. It's kind of changing to an interactive dialogue, which helps to increase awareness and acceptance. So those 3 points were pretty much the motivation for us to, well, deploy ARIS in the public cloud. So let's have a look on the capabilities of Process Live. So what is Process Live able to do? Well, most importantly, you can create content in Process Live. You can design processes, as you know it from ARIS. We support 74 different model types. You will see that a bit later. So you can really create your enterprise process map in Process Live. Really important is that you can obviously share that process map or the process content with peers in your organization or beyond. Sharing is important because it increases, obviously, the value of the content you developed. The more people are able to see that content and to participate, the better results you will get out of your process improvement initiative. Saying that, it's important to mention that it really helps to have role-based views on process content if you distribute your process content to each and everybody in the organization. So it's really important to find ways to make process content easy to understand, easy to digest, that really everybody can help to make the processes better. Process Live offers a pretty smart way to do that, to create role-based views so that everybody in the organization is enabled to understand process content. Collaboration is really key. We embedded a social collaboration network in Process Live, as you know it from Facebook or Yammer. What you can do with it is you can create groups around a certain process. You can follow processes. You can do microblogging. You can put comments on a process. You can invite folks to review a process. So it's a really interactive way to discuss process content, and as I said before, to increase awareness and acceptance. I like that capability a lot, and many of the customers I talk to really like it. Yeah, it's for the process experts. It's a great tool to get buy-in. On the other side, obviously, you need to be aware that it also can cause some extra workload. Because if you ask people to contribute, to collaborate, they will probably do that. And if somebody is challenging you with an improvement suggestion, you should answer, to keep the collaboration alive and to really get all of the capabilities provided here. You can analyze processes. Process Live comes with a set of reports, and they are going to be extended time over time. You can upload and manage documents. So if you have a certain document which should be attached to a process, you can upload it and distribute it. Process Live is built on a repository, so it's built on a database, which helps you to reuse object. So if you have the same object twice, it will be one object in the database, which will help you to run an analysis over the project or over the process, asking, for instance, which processes are using this very IT system. Community, we will have community-based support. Some of you might know ARIS Community. ARIS Community has now roughly 250,000 members, and with that is the largest process improvement community which is out there. And Process Live will be tightly integrated, or is tightly integrated within that community. We have a huge member base, but we also have software AG Cloud workers which are active in that community to answer technical questions or to answer questions around a project. And we are about to open, quite a lot of groups for different industries and different topics, and spark discussions here and really create a lot of thought leadership content in Process Live. Obviously, it's built on a cloud architecture, otherwise we would not be able to deploy Process Live in the cloud. So with that, I'd like to switch over to a live demo to show you how Process Live feels like. Give me a second, I need to share my browser. And here we go. Okay. Well, the example I'm going to show you is focusing on the improvement of a recruiting process, so an HR process. The existing recruiting process is taking too much time. We are losing most of the top candidates because they start somewhere else before we process the application. So we really need to improve that. Second issue today is that social media channels are not used at all to attract candidates. So the objective of the project would be to accelerate the recruiting process and to address social media channels right from the beginning of a new job position posted on our website. To tackle that problem, it's important to have a tool which helps us to describe a process, to share a process, to invite stakeholders, and to collaboratively improve the recruiting process. At the end, the process should be a requirement description for our IT department, which will go ahead to operationalize the process. So first thing to solve the problems would be to find the right tool. Obviously, since this is a Process Live webcast, we go to processlive.com, which is really the home for Process Live. You get an overview on the different features from process design, oversharing down to the process repository. If you click to tutorials, you see there are different tutorial videos, how to start, how to share a process. So a really nice way, an easy way to understand what Process Live is doing and how to use all the different capabilities. By the way, you can download also those tutorial videos if you want to put them on your Android device or Apple tablet or iPhone. We have a shop functionality, so you can buy Process Live designers, Process Live viewers. I will talk about that in a second. A Process Live designer can, well, create content, can create views, while a Process Live viewer can just consume content. Please don't miss our free trial. Make sure you don't miss our free trial. It's a free one-way test version for a month. So if you want to work with the product for yourself for a month, get that, and you get you can get familiar with the product. I already spoke about the community. Here we see some posts which are going on right now in ARIS community. If you would visit ARIS community or click on more views, you would see way more collaboration going on. So most importantly for the demo purpose is that My Process Live tab here right on top. If you subscribe to Process Live or if you get the free trial, you will get your login data and you can log in to your Process Live environment. I'm doing that. And you can see that I'm running 3 different project rooms. I have an Innovation World project room, I have a Recruiting Improvement Europe project room, and a Recruiting Improvement USA project room. Why is this? Because we are running right now on an Amazon Web Services data center in the US and Oregon, and on the AWS data center in Ireland in Europe. If you click on Manage My Project Rooms, you can really see what's going on in the project. So you get some general information. You can set up your users, and you see we have a few designers, we have some viewers, we have an administrator, and you can manage your projects. Projects are the databases which are running in your Process Live project room. If you would start a new project, you will get 3 different project types, starting with a basic project type, which just supports 4 different model types. So it's really for the beginners. This is probably the reason why we call it basic. Let's go to advanced. This is on the other side, so the really advanced project. And here we support 74 diagram types. So this is really for the pros. You see BPMN is supported, event-driven process chain for the ARIS users, and far more. So you could choose one of those project types, and your project room would be created with that project. Well, I have done that already, and I want to launch the Recruiting Improvement project room on the European Data Center. So I just click on Launch, and now we jump into Process Live. And I hope you can see the product. Okay, this is looking good. This is the start page for our Recruiting Improvement project room. You see on the left side, we have a few shortcuts. I can capture data, so design a new model. I can find people, start discussions, browse content, and can do all that kind of stuff. I'm playing right now the role of Peter Project. I'm looking a bit different, but nevertheless, I'm Peter Project now, being responsible for that project room. On the right side, we see that there's a collaboration going on already. We have stakeholders from the compliance team. We have Matt New, who is a new hire, just started a few weeks ago, who will help us to make the process a bit better. We have HR involved. We have from the IT team, from the application development side, Pankaj, and we have Ulrich from the portfolio management team from the IT side. So folks from all different areas of the organization, which is really key to to improve a process end to end. How did I get them here? I invited those people in on the website I have shown you before, and then I just went to the collaboration in Process Live, created that recruitment group right here, and invited them. Really easy. And as you can see, this looks really like a collaboration tool, and it is a collaboration tool. You can follow feeds, create feeds, search content, do microblogging, all that kind of stuff you know from social networks. Right here on top is the view on the repository. I just show you that shortly. As you know it from ARIS, you have a database. You see here the two projects which you have seen on the website before. So I have a beginner's project and I have an advanced project. That's where I will work on later. And you can really drill down and click in the folders, and you would see the different objects and the different processes which are stored in the database. And this looks really simple, but it's really powerful because this enables us to run reports on the process, run analysis on it, and makes it really powerful. Okay, let's go back to the home page and let's see what's going on. So, first step, what I did after I invited everybody to the project room, we started to collaboratively design an end-to-end recruiting process. I'd like to show you the process in an unusual way, so to say. We see here the homepage for that process. It's HR recruiting end-to-end view. And you see the process visualized without seeing a process model. Yeah, you have a short description. We see the organizational elements which are being used. We see the different activities. We see the lanes. So this is a BPMN process, and we see the IT systems used. This view on the process makes it easy to understand what is being done, who is responsible, and so forth. Most importantly, this view is generated automatically. So no human interaction was involved. I mean, obviously you need to put in the content here, but if you model the process in the right way, this view is generated out of your process content. Down here you have a little follow button. If you would click that button, you would be subscribed to get updates on the process. So if somebody is putting a comment on the process, we should implement another IT system, you would get a push notification in the social network, but also via email if you want so. Another view on the process is the table view, where you see different functions and the different roles. And let's say you want to add maybe the IT systems, and just click on IT systems and you would get this table view on the process. Also here, really easy to understand. But let's see a model now. There are two views on the model. One view you see right here. You have an overview on the process model. On the right side, you will see the attributes for the different objects. So, for instance, approve new hire request. You see who created that user, when was it created, and so forth. Now, let's really go into a process design. What you see right here is an overview. You can dive into detail. So here's another connected process, but you can't really design. For doing that, I just click on that little edit box up here. And in the same environment, I can start to modify or design the process if I have the necessary rights. You remember, viewer rights, designer rights. Viewer rights would not be necessary to really modify or design the process. So I have administrator rights, so I can do whatever I want. The process I'm seeing here is again, the end-to-end view. Also here I have the collaboration. I see that Pankaj and Ulrich, both the IT folks, wrote that they like the E2E view, but it might be a bit long to automate it or to work with it on the IT side. Okay, thanks for that feedback. Let me see how long the process is, and I must say, if I scroll through it, yes, it's really an end-to-end process, and it might be a bit long, so we need to work on that. We need to break it down a bit. What else do we have here on on the toolbar? Well, we can hide the modeling symbols. We have certain reports here, so we can, for instance, export the process on a PDF as a graphic. We can analyze it for output model information. We can create a process manual, so run different reports. And as I said, we will continuously extend that capability, so there will be more and more reports added. Also here, we can manage the attributes. So if I click on Create New Hire Request, we see also here the attributes. We can add more attributes, like an identifier or a person responsible or whatsoever, many attributes, and yeah, really work with that. On the left side, we see all the different objects. We need to create a BPMN process. As I said, we excuse me. We also support other model types, in total 74 if you choose the professional project type. So, going back to the collaboration, we are seeing that that we are having now an update. So somebody answered already on the collaboration. Let me see what's going on here. We see that Angela HR wrote, thanks for your input. Please have a look on the sub-process, assess and select candidates. So Angela went ahead and created already a sub-process that is really, really nice of her, and assess and select candidates is clearly an HR function, so that should be pretty good. Let's have a look on that. So I just click on the link, and again, it brings me to assess and select candidates, the home page. I again get my easy view on the process, but I want to go into the design environment. So let's have a look on that. And here it is. We see the process is way smaller. It starts with evaluate job candidate, and it starts with publish job description. So let me inform Ulrich. Please have a look on the sub process. So I will post that to Ulrich, and he will get a notification that he should check the process if it's okay for him to work with that, yes or no. You might remember that we had two objectives to achieve. One was to publish job positions onto social media channels. I will make that pretty simple here. I will just place an object onto IT department. Let's say I just call it publish on social media channels. It's not 100% academically correct, but I just posted here as a task. And the second one was we had to accelerate the process. Pretty often the bottleneck is really from provide feedback on applications to prepare interview. So invite job candidates, check appointment proposal, notify business department. These are really the steps which consumed a lot of time. That's what we analyzed in the end-to-end analysis of the process. So also here, I will just add a task here in the IT lane, and I will just I just call it accelerator, and I will explain to IT what exactly, or actually IT should explain to me what they could develop to kind of streamline this this part of the process. Okay, I see there is a new update, new collaboration. Replied already. Thanks, Peter. Let me check with Portfolios Live if we have systems to support it or if we need something new. So what Ulrich will do next is he will check if IT is having some IT systems in place which help us to publish job descriptions right on social media channels, or if they have or/and tools in place to accelerate the process right here. So maybe that could be an automated process with web forms with an alerting functionality. If the systems are in place, he would go ahead and ask Pankaj to develop that application. If not, then we probably need something new. So what is happening right now is that IT is using our BPMN process as a requirement for process automation. And yeah, believe me, having such a process with a clear description what we need and how the process should run is worth a lot for the IT side. With that, I'd like to end the show demo and go back to my slides. Okay. As I said, we launched that product in October in San Francisco. We had, well, a pilot customer or a former beta customer to that event, Fabian Erbach from Litmus Consulting Group in Singapore. And yeah, he's one out of 50 beta testers we were having. And they are doing pretty interesting things with Process Live. So Litmus is running process improvement projects with Process Live. So a customer yeah, needs to improve processes. They create a project room, run a project with that client. If the project is done, they either stop the project or they just keep it alive if another improvement loop comes in. And they do that with all of their customers. And for them, it's obviously a very elegant, smooth way to get the tool in the right size they need for running a project. Yeah. That is a nice thing with Process Live. You can pretty much down or up and down scale Process Live based on your demand. So in the beginning of a project, you might be happy with 2 designers and 5 reviewers, but if more and more process content is being generated, you might need 10 designers, 20 designers, 100 viewers for the real hot part of the project. And once it's that done, you want to scale it down again to maybe 2 designers and still 100 viewers. You can easily do that to with Process Live. It's always also a question of the maturity of a project, of course. Let me say a few sentences to the infrastructure. We chose Amazon Web Services, AWS, to be our cloud infrastructure provider. Well, AWS is pretty much a collection of remote computing services, let's call it web services, that together make up a cloud computing platform. We chose Amazon because they have really robust controls to maintain security and data protection, and this was for us a really important topic. And Amazon is really a leader when it comes to those security or compliance issues. I copied a link here for you, so if you need more information on the different compliance topics Amazon is addressing, go to that website. It's a pretty comprehensive website where you get very clear information. Obviously, we also had a look on the Gartner Magic Quadrant and the Forrester Wave for cloud infrastructure, or as Forrester calls it, the enterprise public cloud platforms. And Amazon is by far the market leader, which also influenced our decision to run Process Live on Amazon Web Services. And I'm very happy that Amazon Web Services sponsors or is sponsoring 10 Process Life welcome packages for the attendees of that webcast. The welcome package is an interesting setup to start with a project. It comes with 1 Process Life designer and 10 Process Life viewers. And thanks to Amazon Web Services, it is free for 3 months. We have 10 packages. And if you want to get your package, send us an email to marketing@processlife.com. Please put in the subject AWS is market leader, and a short description how Process Life can help you to improve your business. Just a short sentence, that should be fair enough. And with a bit of luck, you can win your welcome package, and already tomorrow you would receive your login data. And if you get your login data, just proceed as you have seen in the live demo. Go to processlife.com, log in, set up your project room, and start right away to make your processes a bit better. If you are not lucky, you can still get access to Process Life as well, obviously. There is a free trial. I mentioned it before. It is valid for 1 person. It's free for a month. You get a feel for the product. You can test it. Obviously, collaboration is a bit difficult if you by yourself, but nevertheless, you get the feeling. Or you can start to buy it as of today. 1 designer seat is 119 euro or 159 US dollars. A viewer is around 5 euro and 7 US dollars. So just go to processlife.com, get a free trial, or buy the product, or send us an email, and maybe you are a lucky winner, and tomorrow you can have your free welcome package. With that, I'd like to open the webcast for questions. So please use the chat or the Q&A panel to ask your questions. And I see there are already a few questions live. Okay. Okay. First question, how is Process Life different from ARIS Connect? Is it the same? First being on public cloud and Connect on private. Okay, good. Very good question. So I see that, I hope I pronounced the name correctly. Is it Anupama? It is, well, ARIS Connect and Process Life is built on the same technology. Yeah? What is really different is the deployment model. While Process Life is being deployed on the public cloud, ARIS Connect is deployed using cloud technology but on-premise. ARIS Connect directly integrates with your ARIS on-premise database. So if you have an ARIS architect in place and an ARIS designer, ARIS Connect would sit on the same database. Yeah? Capability-wise, it's the same. Different is the deployment model. Now the question is, how will that play together? We see that a few customers are choosing the following way. They are having their ARIS Expert or Pro Tools on-premise, but they say if a part of the organization wants to run a process improvement project, let's say sales or marketing just wants to improve a marketing process, then they recommend that that very project should be run on Process Life, because then it would have the right methodology, the right modeling notations, which they can then reuse in their on-premise tools. Because you can download, well, you can upload your ARIS database to Process Life, but you can also download that and then bring that to ARIS. Okay, I hope that answered that questions. Next question, simulation and SAP Solution Manager sync are possible using Process Life. No. So simulation is not possible yet. That is on our roadmap, and that will happen in the near future. And also SAP Solution Manager synchronization is right now a capability of the on-premise software. So Anu, Parma, I hope that answered your question. And if not, just send that in the chat, and I will go to the next question. We see here in the chat. So next question I got is how many tenants are up and running on Process Live already? So as I said, the product was launched now 3.5 weeks ago, roundabout, and we have over 200 external tenants running, and no downtime. So since the launch, it's all up there, and it's really stable and well performing. Next question is data center in Asia Pacific and availability. Data center in Asia Pacific is under discussion, so right now it's not there. Right now we have data centers in the US, in Oregon, and in Europe, in Ireland. There is a data center in Singapore we are talking to right now, but it's not. We haven't deployed Process Live there yet. And availability. Amazon has this overall SLA of 99% availability over 365 days. There might be some, or there will be some maintenance windows when we deploy new versions, but those are rather small. So 99% availability is guaranteed by Amazon. Talking about the update windows, you will get a notification on processlive.com when this is planned. And we will put up a new version of Process Live onto the cloud, and when you log in the next time, you have the new version. Also, this is a big advantage, compared to the on-premise software. Okay, is there any limit in number of process you can map? Well, there is a limit on databases. So you can have a maximum of 5 databases in Process Live, but the limit in number of processes, I'm not aware of. I know if you want to upload an ARIS database to Process Live, if it's bigger than, I guess it's 10 megabyte, you need our support, but that is described on our corporate website. Just send us an email and we'll help you with that. What means help, there's an approval workflow, because we need to make sure that we don't have thousands of really, really big, large databases with a lot of documents and other stuff in there. But there's no limit in number of processes. Creating customized reports for content in Process Live. That is not possible as of today. So we will continue to add more and more reports to Process Live. But we are thinking of maybe creating something like a marketplace that others, third parties, can create reports and sell it over our store. That could be something interesting for ARIS cracks out there, because that could be an interesting business model as well. All right, let me see, what else do we have here? One question, hang on, go to the chat. Major differences, ARIS 9, Process Live. Okay, so there are a few differences to our ARIS 9 on-premise software. Obviously, the deployment model. If you have ARIS on-premise, ARIS 9, you are running the software. You are responsible for the operations. If you are using Process Live, we are responsible for the operations. Customization, also a major difference. in ARIS Connect or ARIS, the other ARIS 9 products, you can customize the product. You can add your logo, change colors, do all that kind of stuff, while Process Live as a public cloud deployment cannot be customized. Support model, same thing. The on-premise software have the support model as you know it from enterprise software, while Process Live has a community support. These are the major, differences. Obviously, the deployment model, if you need, or if you want to buy ARIS 9 or ARIS Connect, you need to go via the direct sales force from Software AG, while Process Live you can buy using the online store, but you can also ask your Software AG sales representative, because they are also allowed, obviously, to sell you Process Live. Subscription interval, next question, subscription interval are 3 months. Okay. Another question, and I suggest is the last one. And as I said, if you have more questions, just put them in the chat. I will make sure you get the answers in the next days. So question, anyone that makes a comment in a process model is a designer. What are the differences between designer and viewer role? Okay, viewer can make comments, so viewers can collaborate. That is possible. Designers can, design processes, upload documents, so create content. Viewers can consume content, and you're right, if they're using collaboration, they can also collaborate to make processes better. Okay, with that, I'd like to end that session. Go to processlive.com, have a look on the tutorial videos, get a free trial, send us an email. If you're a lucky winner, you can start tomorrow with your first project, and have fun. And if you have any questions, ask them in the community, and we'll make sure that you'll get your answers soon. Thank you.